Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, April 13th. Um, I'm in Dallas, Texas now, and we have our first of three shows tonight with Lyle Lovett and the acoustic band right next door at the Majestic Theater, which is a beautiful theater. I'll film that later on and put that up. But getting here was okay. It's one of those things, you arrive at DFW, and then I go to baggage claim at C15, and there's my suitcase, but no base. So I check with them, and they go, "Oh, oversized comes in at C4." So I had to walk all the way across the terminal. Thank God the base was there. And then I was told by the tour manager, he said, just grab an Uber and, come to the hotel and we'll take care of that. Okay, great. I've only used Uber once before, so I sign up for the Uber, call the Uber thing. And this girl comes out and picks me up, and I give her the address of the hotel. And so we drive for quite a while, and then we pull up to this Renaissance hotel, and I jump out, and she splits, and I go to check in, and they don't have a room for me. And we're going through all this dog and pony act, going, well, what's going on here? And then I give them the address. I said, well, what's happening? Well, they said, this isn't that hotel. I'm at the wrong hotel across town. The girl took me to a Renaissance hotel, but not the right one. So I had to call another Uber driver to drive me across town to the correct hotel. I mean, just traveling, it just gets so tedious after a while. It's just unbelievable. But I'm here, and we're going to head over in a little while to sound check, and then we play our show tonight and get started on this run. So it's going to be cool. It's all fine. I mean, these are all things that are just a pain in the ass, but, whatever. It's not life-threatening or anything. Nobody's getting hurt, so I can't really bitch about it. It's just sort of a nuisance more than anything. But the gear arrived. I have my bass here in the room, so I'm good with that. Let's see. Today, musically, I want to go back and visit an old friend of mine. I'm going to read you a little bit about him here. In all the years that I was going to Nashville to work, which was pretty much 1980 through the early 90s, I did probably 100 albums, their country albums, with everybody from Reba to Vince Gill to you name it, Lori Morgan, the Oak Ridge Boys, all these different artists. On almost every project I did, there was usually two guitar players on it. It was the great Reggie Young and the great Billy Joe Walker Jr., both of whom are now gone. And it's just, it's unbelievable. But they were like this thing. When those guys played together, it was like the perfect mesh of understanding and style and everything. They worked so well together. And I ended up doing some tracks on this Billy Joe Walker Jr. album. So I'm going to read you a little bit here about Billy. He was an amazing cat, and just a maniac, a real character. But Billy Joe Walker Jr. was born February 29th, 1952, and he passed away July 25th, 2017. It says he was an American songwriter, record producer, and recording artist. He composed singles for Eddie Rabbitt, including I Want to Dance With You, That's Why I Fell in Love With You, and Burnin' Up Love. He produced the first three albums of Brian White, and for Pam Tillis, Colin Ray, and Travis Tritt. He was also a session musician who played guitar. I mean, that's how I knew him, as the session musician who played guitar, but he played on everybody's stuff. He died following a period of declining health in 2017. That's all Wikipedia has about a guy who had this incredible career. There's a few other things mentioned here. Between 87 and 94, he recorded 7 New Age albums, all for major labels. On this album called Painting Music, which we did in 1989, I got to share bass duties with some pretty fabulous bass players. David Hungate, the late Michael Rhodes, who just passed away, which is just horrifying to me and myself. We had Rick Murata and Paul Lime were the drummers on this. David Humphreys did drum programming, as did Marvin Kanarek. Billy Joe Walker played guitar on this. Keyboards were Mike Lawler, Kevin Maloney, Randy McCormick, and Shane Keister. Synth was Kevin Maloney, Mike Lawler, Randy McCormick, and Shane Keister. Strings were Bergen White, Bob Mason, Connie Elsinore, Ellisor, sorry, Jim Grosjean, Ted Madsen. The A strings, percussion was Paul Lime and Rick Murata. It was produced by Billy Walker Jr., Billy Joe, and arranged by Billy Joe, engineered by Bob Bullock, David Malloy, Dennis Mays, Jim Malloy, Mike Spriggs, Russ Martin, Tom Singer, and Willie Pavar. Mastered by Benny Quinn and Chuck Ainley. Mixed by Chuck Ainley. Let's see anything else here. Mixed at Soundstage Studios, recorded at Backstage Sound Studios. I mean, that's where we worked most. So many of the early sessions I did there were all over at Soundstage. So we've got that. And I'm going to go ahead and play just a couple of tracks. I think these are the ones I played on. But Billy was just such a good hang. He was an incredible character. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people that come into your life that, you know, I don't mean it necessarily in a demeaning way, but they're kind of like wallpaper. They don't have a presence. You know, they're in the room and you kind of don't even realize they're there. Wasn't Billy. Billy was a true character, and Reggie Young was a true character. So when you were in the studio with these two guys, it was a treat beyond a treat. And Reggie Young, look up Reggie Young if you want to see an unbelievable career. Reggie was the cat. He was the guy. I remember the first time I worked with him, it took my breath away. What a beautiful musician and what a great guy he was. So here we go. This one, I believe, is called Bonin'. Here we go. This is the whole album laid out, so I'm trying to just get to the top of this track. So here we go. God, Billy's so good. Yeah. This is great stuff. Here we go. This is called Caribbean, however you want to say magic. touched it. Great cruising music. Man, what a gifted musician. Yeah, I was so saddened when I heard he had passed. I knew he was in declining health, but it's really shocking. And the same with Reggie Young. Towards the end, I mean, he was not in good shape, and you just kind of go, God, these guys were such vital, vibrant human beings and musicians contributing so much. So it really breaks your heart when they go. But Billy Joe Walker Jr., check out his catalog. There's a lot of great music in it and his solo albums, so well worth digging into. I'm going to keep it short and sweet here. I'm going to get running now and start to get my stuff together here, and looking forward to being back in the saddle tonight with the Cats, with Lyle and Luke Bulla and Jim Cox and Jeff White, and get to see the crew guys again. And so we got 3 shows here, and then next week we come back to Austin to do a private that's going on, and the day before that I'll be in Orlando, Florida with Denny Tedesco for the Florida Film Festival, with the Immediate Family movie being shown there. So lots of crap going on. And get home on Sunday, and Monday and Tuesday I have a album project with, I can't remember if the artist is from Norway or Finland, but that'll be fun. I think I'll be with Greg Bissonette on that, and I'm going to try to do what I did with Kenny Aronoff and hunker down with Greg if he's got the time and do a little video of his story. So lots of juggling, a lot of stuff here, but still I made it. That was the main thing. My gears here. So all is good. I wish everybody a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye-bye.